Leah Taylor Roy, and I am proud to be the Justin Trudeau Liberal candidate in this great riding. And before I turn the floor over to our leader, who everyone wants to hear, I want to say 3 things to you and to the press. First, this shiner that I'm sporting. It was not a conservative punch. All right. I just want to say that it was because we were working hard for Team Trudeau and for our riding. And I was out with 2 of our amazing volunteers at 6:15 in the morning, greeting people at the Gormley GO station, when in my enthusiasm, running down the station, I tripped on a grate and ended up falling on my face. But a good Samaritan was there and came by, yes sir, right here, a good Samaritan came and stayed with me the entire time until the EMTs got there. And missed his train, and only after did he know who I was, and I found out that our sign is on his front lawn. So we have amazing Liberals in our riding. We have amazing team. And I'll tell you, we got back up, and after a 24-hour concussion walk, we were back on the road working hard. And I come from a long line of formidable women. My mother, Kate, is here today. And I have a team that just won't give up. And that is why we are going to win this riding back for you. Okay, the second thing I want to tell you, absolutely. The second thing I want to tell you is that I know this riding, and I know that we voted for a Liberal, a Trudeau Liberal, in 2015. And I know that this riding wants their MP to be a loyal Liberal, not a fickle floor crosser. And we will ensure that we get a Liberal back in this riding. Because this riding knows that the Liberal Party is the only party that is home to people who want to take action on climate change and who want to build a prosperous future for our country. And it's one of the reasons I love our leader, because he knows that we can do both. We love you, Justin! And lastly, I want to say that Justin and I share something, which is we both come from families where public service and leadership were in our history, were bred in us. And my father, Tom Taylor, is right over here. We all know the great contributions your father made to our country, Justin, and we're grateful for that. And many of you know my father. He has served as a local leader and politician in our great region of York for 55 years. And the legacy continues with my brother John, who is currently mayor of Newmarket. But like Justin Trudeau, I am doing this because I want to make a difference, not because of my name. And I know that we will make a difference. We will ensure that the Liberals under Justin Trudeau will take action on climate change. Yes. I know that we will continue to support the middle class, not slash programs. And I know that we will finally get gun control in place and stop the violence on our streets. And lastly, we will work hard to ensure that Canada and our world is inclusive and welcoming to everyone. So without further ado, please join me in welcoming our fabulous leader, Justin Trudeau.
What an incredible pleasure to be here. Let's hear it again for your candidate and next MP, Leah Taylor Roy. I want to start with a thank you to all of you, not just for being here tonight in the middle of Thanksgiving weekend, but for all the incredible work you've been doing over the past days, weeks, and months. Merci, mes amis, for all your hard work. There's just a few more days of lots of hard work ahead. Because I know, you all know, the importance of the choice Canadians are facing just a week from now. People are facing a very clear choice, and that's why we are fighting so hard. We are fighting so hard to stop conservative cuts and elect a Liberal government. We are going to stop conservative cuts by electing a progressive government, not a progressive opposition. Because we know what cuts are waiting for us with a conservative government. You've seen it here in Ontario. What Andrew Scheer did, when he looked at the cuts that Doug Ford put forward, Andrew Scheer said, hold my beer. And went ahead with a plan that cuts 4 times as much as Doug Ford ever has. Cuts to education, cuts to health care, cuts to seniors, cuts to kids with autism, that cuts to Franco-Ontarians. That's not what we need. Over the past 4 years, we showed what a government that wasn't afraid to invest in people could deliver. We invested in young people. We invested in seniors. We invested in hardworking families. We stood up for Canada around the world. We invested to fight climate change. And what happened? Not only did we create the strongest plan to fight climate change that Canada has ever had, but we watched Canadians create over 1 million new jobs as we lifted 900,000 people out of poverty. And that is the choice facing Canadians in a week's time. Do we continue to move forward, or do we go back to the Harper cuts and austerity? Nous le savons qu'à travers le pays, les gens veulent une vision positive de l'avenir. Ils veulent pas des coupes, ils veulent de l'investissement, ils veulent pas de l'austérité, ils veulent un vrai plan pour lutter contre les changements climatiques. Et c'est pas en élisant une opposition progressiste qu'on va y arriver, ça prend un gouvernement progressiste. Et pour nos amis au Bloc, ou nos amis au Québec, on sait que c'est le Bloc qui a été fort à Ottawa pendant que M. Harper coupait les programmes en culture, coupait les programmes pour l'environnement, faisait rien pour aider les familles qui en avaient besoin. C'est pour ça que les Québécois ont besoin d'avoir des Québécois forts à Ottawa, au gouvernement, pour représenter leurs valeurs. And we are going to keep fighting to make sure Canada has a strong, progressive government that pushes back against conservative cuts and chooses